Hello,
Hello,
and good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kevin. I'm kidding. I'm Ray.
And we are coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut. Today is Saturday, June 24th.
Why does your screen look like that?
Saturday, June 24th, 2023. This is episode 89 of our little YouTube channel where we talk about knitting and crocheting and yarn dyeing and all that great stuff.
Yes.
Yarn purchasing.
Why don't you come over a little bit more? You know, somebody had made a comment that sometimes Kevin's out of frame.
So that's because I like space.
Well,
so I tend to shimmy over a little bit more so there's a little more room.
Also, when you've been together for so long, you need a little bit.
You do need a little space. You need a whole separate house and
Which
a
is
bedroom.
why we have two king-size beds pushed together.
No, we actually have two houses.
Mm-hmm.
We only get together every once in a while.
That's right. Totally.
So welcome back to all of our returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers. Today is going to be a chatty episode. We have a lot to cover.
We sure do.
A lot to show.
We sure do. But I'm
so
very excited because it's Saturday.
I know.
Feel like we haven't recorded on an actual Saturday in probably the last three podcasts, maybe?
Yeah, like a good month and a half to 2 months. So it's nice to be back to a normal routine.
But what's normal these days?
Yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. And we're just gonna... We have so much, so let's just jump into it.
Sure.
And we will start with admin-y stuff.
Oh, not what we've been doing.
No, let's just get the admin-y stuff out of the way.
We've got some amazing news. So we've got some...
Right there.
No, let's do winners first.
Okay.
So like as promised, we did choose winners from our spring cleaning mal, which ended May 31st.
Yeah.
I believe. And we chose winners from our FO thread and our chatter thread on Ravelry. You all came out in... You all came out in droves. I'm very confused because we did like 2 giveaways and all sorts of things. So, the first winner of our FO thread, and we left the prizes downstairs.
Nope.
But, no, you brought them up? Do you want to show the prizes while I get these going? Oh, because I have to sign in. Wait.
So.
Oh, look. Everything's saved with my fingerprint.
All right, so we have 2 winners. The winners will get one of these bags. So these are nice canvas bags. Cork. This one has a cork bottom. This one has a canvas one. They both have lining. These, if I'm not mistaken, the maker does not sell her bags. But these are made with love by Vanessa.
Yeah.
So each person will get one of these, and this bag will come with this yarn by Moondrake. This is the spruce on a BFL high twist 80/20. And then beautiful. This bag will come with this skein of Moondrake, the Prada Blue.
I love how you coordinated that. Kevin picked out the prizes. When I pick out prizes, things don't match. But it's okay. Okay, so the first winner is Trek 15 on Ravelry. If that is you, please reach out to us. I looked at your Ravelry profile. I won't share all that stuff, but I love what you wrote and I give you a lot of credit for taking care of the people in your lives that need some extra help. So the project that was entered was the Sapphire Coast socks. The yarn used was Whatnot socks.
Oh, Whatnot.
Yes.
We love her.
I know. It was part of the Yarn by the Bay deluxe sock set, and the colorway was Sapphire Coast. It looks like it's a vanilla recipe. This person has their notes down below, so check them out. This was, I don't remember the entry number, but these are the socks.
It was like 244 or something like that.
Yeah. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, they're very nice.
Really beautiful. So, Trek 15, Trek 15, if that is you, please reach out to us via email, and we will collect some information from you, or just give us your mailing address and stuff. I think you're in Australia, which is fantastic. So we will be sending some prizes down under.
Yeah, and the email address is down below, as will all of the show notes and coupon codes.
Thank you. Great job. We were going to be talking about a lot of things, so please check the notes down below. And if we miss anything, let us know, because I feel like there's going to be a lot to manage. So that was number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 was from our chatter thread. And the chatter thread was really we just chose an entry it was a chatter, so there wasn't a picture or anything like that, but you still won. Congratulations. This is Marianne Walsh Central on Ravelry. There's your profile name and stuff. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I don't see why it wouldn't be. You're from Massachusetts. Hello. You have 2 cats, 2 dogs, and 3 kids. I love how you put your pets first. Just kidding. So please, again, reach out to us via email, and we will collect your info and send out your prizes.
And then
That's exciting.
Yes. So congratulations to those. And now we have 2 other winners from last week. We asked you guys to check out Woolens and Osh website, put in your favorite color way so that you could be entered to receive a skein of the yarn that we dyed with Michelle when we visited her shop in Vermont.
Sounded like you got out of breath for a minute.
And our colorway name is and then our car got stolen. So this is the yarn that you will be winning.
Self-striping, dyed by us. We did save one skein for our Let's Hear It for the Boys mail, which we'll talk about in a moment.
So the first winner is Gemma Blanchard. Of course, I put my cursor right over the name. So Woolens and Osh Blair, do you have my leg warmers, which was a very popular colorway.
Yes.
So this is Gemma.
Yay.
And then our second winner is Dawn. Dawn's comment was, Woolens and Osh are the best. I love the sushi roll colorway. And Michelle just reimagined that colorway, and it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. We saw it there when we visited. It was knit up in a sample, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was really, really pretty.
I would say the most popular colorways were percolated.
Yeah.
Blair, where are those my leg warmers? Sushi roll was up there.
Sushi roll was.
Ashen Veil, I think, was another one.
April showers.
I would say those were the 5 most popular colorways that people mentioned. So congratulations to those winners. Again, just reach out to us at the email address down below, and we will get these shipped out to you.
Woohoo! Okay.
And we don't have a giveaway this week. No, we're good on that. Okay. So, next up, we have our Let's Hear It for the Boys Mal. We've made an adjustment.
We have, thanks to all of you who reached out. And you know, sometimes it's speaking of Woolens and Osh, she just started a live video. Hi Michelle, sorry we can't join you today. Sometimes, you know, we forget that that there are, like, some people look forward to the things that we say, and which is still boggles our mind that you pay attention to what we say and all of that. And so last year, some people got prepared. These are my stories, how long my stories are.
Oh, gosh, guys.
Them. So last year, people got prepared and purchased some yarn or some patterns done by a male dyer or a male designer. And then when we announced the MAL this time, we said you can use any pattern as long as the project will be made for a guy in your life. So we are adjusting our rules to go back to the OG times, and we will accept and encourage yarn, fiber, whatever.
Patterns, whatever.
Created by a guy. So that we'll add those into our entry as well. I updated both of the Ravelry threads to say that. So just to be clear, Let's Hear It for the Boys is a project made for a guy in your life, a project made out of yarn dyed by a guy, or a pattern designed by a guy.
Yeah, or anything. Yeah, I think the reason we changed it is we didn't want it to feel not like inclusive.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's not like just to... The purpose of this wasn't just to like support just male makers. Mm-hmm. It was to encourage finding maybe a pattern that's kind of designed for a guy and knitting it, since that was, you know, really one of the reasons that we started the channel. Mm-hmm. So, so those adjustments have been made. The threads have been updated. We do have some merch coming. We do. One of them came and we're not happy with it. So
we're happy with it. It's really nice, but it's not what we expected.
Yeah, Yeah, it's just not up to our standards of what we thought the quality
especially if we were
going
to put some of this for sale.
Yeah.
You know?
So we had these pin maids. We have a new version of them coming from a different vendor.
Yeah.
So these are pins that we had made. They're acrylic with the logo that was so generously made for us. So we're going to be including these with any orders that are made from the Etsy shop, any yarn purchases that are made, as just a little thank you.
Yeah.
Because we have a bunch of these, but we do have updated pins coming. We have some canvas tote bags, and we have some stickers coming.
They're really nice.
With that being said, because they're taking longer than we expected, we're also going to extend Let's Hear It for the Boys until the end of September.
Dun, 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 dun. So you get a whole nother month to play around. So yeah, like Kevin said, any yarn purchases through our Etsy shop from now until the pins are gone, we'll be getting a pin.
Yes.
We didn't want to send them back. They're cute and everything like that, and we thought it would be nice to be able to just kind of give them back. So
oops,
it's an easier way for us to do it.
And then the last thing that's admin is we have another Cal that we're participating in that starts.
We're like co-hosting.
Yes,
it's like a big deal.
That's starting next week is the cast on.
I'm actually gonna pull up the email because.
So if you haven't seen on our Instagram or on the Instagram for mYak and possibly Ms. Joji Locatelli, Paula, who we've met numerous times, I'm sorry, I just had a complete whoosh of mYak. We saw her at Knit City Montreal. She mentioned that she was going to be doing a knit along with Joji Locatelli for 2 new patterns that Joji has released using mYak's Baby Silk.
Oh, it's so good. So, so like Kevin said, we're co-hosting this knit along. Joji released 2 new patterns using the beautiful yarn from mYak, and they just came off a knitting retreat, which I'm sure a lot of you were following, and we definitely had a lot of FOMO for that. So the knit along, oh my god, it's so good, is really celebrating her two new patterns. This is the Solaire, which is a beautiful sweater. I'm sure it's not coming out.
Yeah, there's some cabling detail on there.
It's like it comes in a couple of different directions.
Yeah, it looks like maybe on the raglans.
Yeah, and then this is her new shawl. And so here's the information. We did post this on our Instagram, and we will have a link down below to the mYak Ravelry thread that has this information, as well as the mYak website. Because I'm going to tell you this right now before we go into the details, is that mYak is offering us a 15% discount on the kits that they put together for these Joji patterns. They have a really, really cool breakdown on the site with all of the patterns, with some suggestions for Joji patterns, as well as some color suggestions and yarn suggestions down below. And the code is NATR15 to get you 15% off. But you need to act fast because it's only good until Tuesday.
Right. So Tuesday will no longer be available.
The code.
So it's pretty much almost like a 48-hour code. So you would have to use it, we'll say it by 11:59 Monday evening.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and that's super generous of mYak. So thank you very much. I
mean,
even just thank you for asking us to
We
be
were
a
like
part of
dancing
this.
around in the kitchen last night. We were so excited. So here's the when, right? So the cast on party is going to be July 7th on Zoom with Joji. The details will be in the thread from mYak. It's going to take place on social media, on the mYak Ravelry group, and it's going to be any Joji Locatelli pattern. They suggest using yarn from mYak, obviously, but we want to keep it knit together, so you can use any yarn that you want. I will say that mYak yarn is luscious, and it is definitely a treat yourself yarn.
It is.
And I think we all deserve to be treated. Kevin and I do have some yarn coming from mYak for 2 patterns that we are planning on doing. And I'm going to be doing the Pure Joy. Oh, which I didn't bring it up. I knit one of those already. Kevin's knit like 2 of them.
I've knit 2 or 3. It's one of my go-to patterns because I think it's a pretty quick knit.
Oh, show that. So these are this is how it's listed on her site.
Yeah, so if you go to mYak site and you go to kits, there is right. So you go to kits and bundles. There's the summer cowl with Hohi and needles at the ready. So if you click on this, it then takes you to their bundles for a bunch of Hohi patterns. So not just the 2 new ones. So here's Pure Joy. Ray will be knitting that. Be doing. And I'll be knitting At Dawn, which is that shawl. So we do have some yarn that we got that's coming to us. So we will be at the Zoom cast on as well, and we'll be casting on our shawls then.
Yeah. So if you click on that actual pattern, it'll pull up the pricing and the yarn suggestions and all of that stuff.
So for instance, At Dawn currently has 3 kits available. So if you go there and then like here's her new shawl, there are
and that's Soto Il Sol.
1, 2, 3, 4 kits available there. Yeah, the pattern is called Soto Il Sol.
Yeah, and there's one of the kits that you can get. It's really she did a great job putting all of this stuff together. And
I'm sorry, I misspoke when I said it's the yarn that was used in these 2 patterns by Hohi is the Baby Yak silk.
Yeah.
So it's 50% Baby Yak and 50% silk, and it's a light fingering weight. But as Ray said, you don't have to use mYak. You can certainly use anything in your stash, but it's just it has to be a Hohi pattern.
Right. But how great to have like a 15% off is humongous. So they're using the hashtag on Instagram as well. Hohi NATR mYak Cal or mYak, Cal.
It's like mYak.
We'll have that all linked down below. We're a little bit overwhelmed because this is really huge, and I think it's going to be so much fun. We cannot wait for our yarn to come so that we can start casting on. Although I have so many things on the needles.
It's okay.
We'll make it work. Totally fine.
That's why I actually picked the shawl
We're living for us. So here's a little bit of the information and the logo and all that stuff, which I think is really great.
Yeah.
So anyway, Paula, thank you so much. Hohi, thank you for
agreeing to allow us to
hang out with. Yeah.
So that is all the admin-y stuff.
Woo, that was a lot.
17 minutes and 45 seconds in, and now we're just going to catch up with what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks.
We didn't even go over that yet.
No. It's been busy, so we'll kind of go through it.
Do you all have something to drink?
Quickly. We hung out with a bunch of friends who we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And on different occasions. So we got to hang out with our friends, Kelly and Gary, and our godchildren, Lily, Layla, and Hank. And that was fantastic. It was really great to see them. For me, it's really nice when you have friends that you can get together with after not seeing each other for a while, and it's so easy, and it's like no time passed. What was really cool for me personally is like Kelly and I have been friends for a good 20 something years, and I hadn't spoken to her about like leaving my job and doing the yarn dyeing thing full time. So once I told her, for her to remember that, like, since I was like a kid or a teenager, I've always said I wanted to work for myself. And for her to remember that and be like, oh, you've always said you wanted to work for yourself. So I'm really happy that you're finally able to do so now. So that was really great to like have that.
Yeah.
And then we hung out with some other good friends last weekend, had some pizza and did some tie dyeing. So,
it was
and
so
drinks, and that was a good time.
Yeah, it was nice because like we're I love games, and so I love a game night.
Yeah,
we have a couple of drinks and hang out, laugh, and play games. And instead of like doing the games, we did the tie dye, and I thought it was just so like unique and fun to do.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, it was great to catch up with them as well. This was our first time seeing our friend Jen's condo.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lovely evening. We already made plans to hang out with them again.
Yeah. What else did we do? Oh, and then last Wednesday, we went to a knit night at our local library. So I remember hearing quite a while ago that our library had a knit night, or we have another, like, I don't want to say it's an event center. what would you call that?
Like the Baldwin Center?
Yeah, what do you...
I think it's a senior
Like a
citizen
community center.
Community
center.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure which one it was. I ended up doing a little Googling and found that it was at our local library, and it meets every other week. So we went with Ray's mother last Wednesday, and it was great. There were about maybe like 10 people, and they told us there were about 12 to 14 people missing.
Yeah, it's a big group.
Big group at our library. It's only
It's like
for
3
an
minutes
hour and
away.
a half.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. So we're going back this week.
Yep. And then every other meeting time, so once a month, they're focusing on like a technique, just for the first part of it, like showing YouTube videos and if you want to play and cast some things on. So this past week was double knitting.
Yeah.
Which was really cool to see. And then I think the next one's going to be brioche.
Yes.
Which will be fun. So we're going to go there again this Wednesday.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. And then we also hung out with our BFFs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And Kim hosted us. Laura is in the States now. She's back. For all of you that don't remember, she's kind of splitting her time between Scotland and the US. So she was down. We thought it would be great to get together. So we all hung out. We had some it's so nice hanging out with them.
Yeah.
They really are.
It's easy.
It's so easy. And Kim's husband Jay is wonderful.
Yeah.
And Rich is too.
Yeah.
Kate's husband was there too. They are just such kind people, and I have like this fear of bees and jellyfish. I think anything that stings, for some reason, it's irrational.
Okay. You know what? I never put those together, but that kind of makes sense now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. So it's irrational because I don't have an allergy to bee stings, or I've never been stung by a jellyfish, so I don't know. But anyway, they have a hive that they've like built. They had 2 previously, but the bears got at it. Did you know that? Did we talk about this?
No.
Yeah, it was really crazy. So Jay took me down to the hive, and I got literally like very close to this hive, and I wasn't shaking in my boots, because like I'm watching them, and they didn't really care. Their dog Remy, who's adorable by the way, went over and like sniffed the bees. They didn't do anything. I'm getting goosebumps now, but like.
We might have to do like a weekly or monthly thing where you
like
go
desensitization.
Yeah, and you just hang out by the hive.
I'm getting better. We had like 5 bees in our house.
Yeah,
over the past couple of days.
Well, like two or three days ago, and it was just 2 days. We haven't had any since. So,
but they were honeybees, and I used my experience at Kim and Jay's house to be calm. And Kevin said, "Oh, there are 2 more bees upstairs," and I'm like, "Okay." Well, let's see if maybe if there's a hive in the house. I hope not. There wasn't, but I was calm.
Well, we don't know.
Right. But I did very well.
Good.
So anyway, thank you for having us over. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, and I brought over the chocolate almond cake from Julia Child, which is delicious. So yeah, it was just a good night hanging out with friends. We had a really good 2 weeks hanging out with friends and catching
Sometimes
up.
you need that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just good to be.
It's important to get that time in with people.
Definitely. We finalized our Airbnb for Rhinebeck.
Yes.
So we are officially, not that we weren't, but we're officially committed to that week. And I believe today at about 11 o'clock, which is now, there is some information regarding
Woolen Folk.
I think early bird ticket information and some more info is being released today. So we'll check that out after this podcast.
Okay. And I believe that's everything. If anything comes up, we'll think
I did one more thing.
What?
I'll talk about it in my works in progress.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into some knitting.
Woohoo!
I have 3 FOs, 2 non-knitting, and I have 2 whips.
I have 1 knitted FO and 2 non-knitted FOs.
Okay, so I'm going to start with non-knitted.
And 3 whips.
Non-knitted first is tie-dye. I wanted to go for a Rainbow Pride one, and I think I did pretty
You did so well
with it.
It's so good.
Right, so, I mean, the red's more up here, though. Yeah. There's not much red here. But I think it came out pretty well.
You have red over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one, I did the scrunch method.
I love this. It's like marbleized almost. And we don't know where the kit came from.
But I'm getting another
Kristen
one.
Got it? Yeah, we're getting another one.
I'm getting one from Dharma Trading Company. That's where I buy my acid dye from for yarn. And I'm going to buy a tie-dye kit.
Yeah.
So those were my two.
Okay, great. Mine is, so I did this one. I have no idea what I did. It looks like I might have done this and then like this. I just kind of did all of those things. I love, I don't know. I think it's so cool. Like this stripe here almost looks like it's iridescent.
You know what's funny though? This is your second shirt, right?
No, this is my first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is my first one.
I was going to say, so my second shirt, which is the one I'm not wearing, is a little more muddy because we were running out of dye at the end because there were 5 of us dyeing. And we were each attempting to do 2 to 3 shirts.
Yeah.
So my last one I felt like was a little muddier because I was just using colors that were available and not doing anything intentionally.
Well, although we didn't know that you can add more water to the dye once it's gone and it still works.
Yeah, just a little diluted.
And then this is my second one. This one I tried to get
more traditional.
More traditional, so like I bunched it up in the center and kind of pulled it that way, and then I lost track of what I was doing. But I like the pinks in there. I think that adds some like fun.
Yeah, this is a nice like corally color here. Yeah, it was so much fun. I highly
really
recommend
cool.
doing it.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I think they're perfect for the summer. They did not take long at all.
No.
We did watch some.
We had YouTube going.
We had YouTube going, and oh my goodness, there is quite the tie-dye following. And there was a lot of like tips and tricks. So Kevin was watching, I think with this one, right? You were watching the guy do the rainbow, and you kind of at least it gave you inspiration.
This one I scrunched down. So I did my folds like this. And then I rubber band a bunch, and then I folded it in half, and then did some more rubber bands, and did some rubber bands specifically on my sleeves. So yeah, it was just a really good time.
Yeah,
I would highly recommend doing it if you haven't done it in a while.
It was very cool. And then like the next day, when we were like washing them out, and like it's just like, oh my gosh, look what we did.
It was like washing yarn, actually, for me.
This is the first time that I have never dyed yarn, so Kevin won't let me near his dye pots. I should probably do a colorway.
Go for it.
You say that now. Okay, you all are my witness.
All right.
Okay.
So now let's get on to the knitting FOs.
I will do mine next, because Kevin's, not that this is not beautiful, it is, but Kevin's is quite extreme. Okay, I finished the Oslo hat by Petite Knits.
Just knit.
Petite Knit. And here is what it is supposed to. Oh, I took it out of my favorites because I had finished it. Hats, Petite Knit. Yes, you are spot on like always. Petite Knit the Oslo hat. I knit the medium size, the second size that is in there, and I used Les Garçons BFL Twist DK. The colorway is Vincent and Atlantis, and I used all but this much yarn.
Oh.
Yeah. So I probably would have used the entire thing had I knit the large.
You probably would have run out if you went to the large.
Yeah. So here it is. This is the Oslo.
It's really good.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
It fits well. Fits really well, actually.
And this is a nice, like, dark... It's like a greeny blue, and I'm trying to think. It's not teal. It's a really good color with
it's such a good color. There's some really cool like orangey speckles in there.
Yeah, like this rusty almost color.
Yeah. I love the decreases, only 4 decreases in there. It did use like I said, a ton of yarn. This is where I talked about this last time. It's technically a triple brim hat because this is doubled, and then when you fold it again, it's you get that triple brim there. So it's going to be nice and warm. It's a DK weight hat, so the pattern calls for 2 fingering weights held together. I opted for a single strand of the DK. I saw this was inspired by Kim over at Knit Together with Kim and Jana. We saw a sample that she did for Pick Up Every Stitch in Les Garçons, the BFL base, just in a different colorway. And she said that she did the medium size, which was totally the way to go.
It really is. So if you guys recall, I did the large out of mYak's Tibetan Cloud a couple months ago. And
Look how fun, though.
it came out quite large, like too big, that where I have yarn to redo it in Tibetan Cloud in a different color. But yeah, I think medium's definitely the way to go.
Yeah. So very, very happy with this. I will definitely be wearing this quite often. I did not soak this yet. So
it's going to soften up a lot.
And it's already super soft.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful, but it's going to relax a little bit.
Yeah, it's got good stitch definition, I think. So, very, very happy with this. Yeah, Oslo by Petit Knit.
Okay. All right. Are you guys ready for my FO?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I can't wait to see this again. It's so pretty.
I have finished
Dun 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 dun!
my Bumpy Cardigan.
You sure did.
By Maxim Cyr.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
All right. So, this is a test knit for Max. The pattern should be coming out, I actually think, fairly soon, if I'm not mistaken. I think he said next week.
Okay.
Possibly.
Great.
So, this is a DK weight pattern. Hold on. Let's go to it. It's actually funny because it looks like we knit it in the same color and we did not. So this is Bumpy Cardigan. It is knit flat. There is no button band pickup. So I used L'Agarson's British DK in Louis shade, which is a dark, like navy.
It's like beautiful. Beautiful
and
navy.
Then I use Spin Cycle for my I cords. This is Stay Ready. I knit the, let's see what size. All right, so I knit the 5th size on the recommended needles, which is a US 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. And for the ribbing, I used a US 3, which is a 3.25 millimeter. The size 5 is up here. Okay. So the size 5 is meant to fit a chest that is 42 to 46 inches. So with this sweater, it's not, there's no buttons. It's not meant to like be closed. It's meant to be open and just like a relaxed fit.
Yeah.
So the sleeves are long. The sweater itself is quite long. Actually, you can't even see.
No, yeah, oh God. God, you have not had good luck with your balance.
Ooh. So as you can see, the sweater's quite long, which I'm super happy with. Yeah. Right?
It looks so cool.
It fits well.
Like very chill. Please. Right before we recorded, Kevin knocked over his iced coffee all over the
And then I spilled something downstairs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right. So I love this.
I love it too. Do you think it fits me? I bet it would.
I bet it won't.
I bet it will.
No.
Can you just knit me one?
Absolutely not.
You got through that really quick, and you enjoyed every bit of it.
I enjoyed knitting it. If you do not like I-cords, this is not the project for you. Sure. And if you don't like purling, it's definitely not the project for you. What I do love is that
I love how everything
it's an I-cord cast on.
Yeah.
It's an I-cord bind off. It is a tubular bind off on your sleeve, which I did. I don't know if there's a difference, and I don't think there is. I did the Italian one. Super easy. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I didn't... Sometimes, you know, when you see something like that, like watch a video on the Italian bind off, and I watched the one from Brooklyn Tweed. You can watch it a bunch of times, and finally something clicks. And what finally clicked with me is that whenever you're doing it, you're always working the same stitch. You're working a knit stitch. You skip your purl, and then you work the knit stitch. Then on the next pass, because it's a 4-row pass, we'll say. Then the next time you're doing the purl stitch, skipping your knit, and then you're working the purl.
Yeah. When you're going back and forth.
Right, and it never dawned on me before, and then as soon as it clicked, I was like, oh, okay, now I get exactly what I'm doing. So if I forget what I did, I just have to read my stitches and realize where I am. So once I did that, it actually pretty much, the sleeves kind of flew off. I'm trying to think if I made any alterations. The only alteration I made is I cut my ribbing back on my sleeve and the hem by like a quarter to a half an inch. The I cords they're easy, and that's probably because I did the bumpy or the moon bumps wrap, so I was used to it. But it's just beautiful. The yarn's fantastic to work with. I love this base. And yeah, and what I did, I know I kind of talked about it. So I used 2 skeins of Spin Cycle.
Yeah, thank you for talking.
My first stripe up here obviously is pretty much, it's a super light gray and a white mixed together. And then the rest of the body, I used all the colors that had dark yarn in it. And then for my sleeves, I used, they kind of look like they match and they don't, but it's more of light colored yarns in the sleeves. It's just
in person, you can definitely see a big,
yeah, it doesn't difference. Show.
You can see it.
You
can
see it
still
here.
See it there. It's just it's more
visible
more
in
visible
person.
in person.
And then what I did with the sleeves as I knit them. So on this sleeve, I knit this I cord, and then I knit to right before that one, and then I came to this sleeve, knit this I cord, knit this one, and then I knit to right here, and I went back and forth, so that I was using the same spin cycle on each side.
Yeah.
Which actually worked out really well. It made the sleeves go super fast for me.
Yeah, they were basically in tandem, but it helped motivate you.
Yeah.
You broke up your. At least I do that in knitting. Is okay, I want to get through these 3 rows, or I want to get to the next set of yarn overs.
Well, and that's what was cool about this too, is that the I cord stripes acted to me in my head kind of like a self-striping.
Yeah.
So it was okay, let me get to the next I cord stripe.
Sure.
Do it. Okay, I only have this number of rows until my next I cord.
Yeah, that's really motivating, by the way.
I use that in my head, and I've said this to Ray a bunch. What I do with my sleeves is I think of them as a hat, and then once I get to 80 stitches, I think to myself, okay, this is the same amount as a worsted weight hat. When I get down to 64, okay, I'm knitting a sock now. It helps me realize how quickly I can move on, because you could bang out rows of a sock in 20 minutes. You know,
sure.
How many rows can you do? So I like to motivate myself that way and compare it to a different type of project instead of it's a sleeve that needs to be 17 to 18 inches or whatever the case is.
Whatever works, right?
But yes, this will be a staple in my fall wardrobe.
Mine too.
Oh, I'm glad you're going to knit one.
No, I'm going to borrow yours.
No, you have a Ranger.
Max and Vincent share them. I do have a Ranger, but I need another cardigan.
Good.
You can wear my Ranger if you'd like. Don't be selfish. Didn't we take our vows that we're sharing everything together or something like that?
No, that
wasn't in our vows.
No, that was not.
Should be in our vows.
That, y'all, are the FOs.
Woohoo!
And I forgot, how many whips do you have?
Well, I brought up 3.
Okay.
I brought up 3. I have 3 more downstairs. 2 more downstairs. 3 more.
That you've worked on in the last 2 weeks?
No. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I might have done just a row or something, but I only brought up the ones that really made progress. I have one, you'll see when I show it, where my commitment was.
Okay. So why don't you start? Because I only have 2.
Okay. I'm going to talk briefly about this one. It's been a little bit of time since I've shown it. This is a crochet pattern that I've been working on forever. And I think I put on quite a bit since I last showed it. I just don't know timing wise. It could have been over the past month. But anyway, this is the Rainbow Ripple Baby Blanket by Celeste Young. It is a free pattern. It's beautiful. My plan was to knit 3 of these total. I've finished 1 of them. This is living in our giant chip basket that we got as a prototype. And here's what I have so far. I'm almost done with this one. And then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do with the third one that I'm doing. So here's what I have. And I wanted to do a rainbow. I'll just fold it in half to make it easier to see. And so the first blanket that I did, I started with the red. I had a gray as my in-between accent color. And I started with red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. This one, I wanted to do the reverse, so I started with purple, blue, green, yellow, orange. So I'm working on my third stripe of the orange now. They're 5-row repeats, so you do 5 of these, followed by 1 row of the accent color, and then you move on. It's super simple. It's only double crochets, slip stitches, and like you're skipping a stitch or two in the middle. It is, there's a video tutorial that goes right along with this, but I wanted to show it because I believe I had just started the green last time we were doing last time I showed it on the podcast.
I don't remember. I don't know when you showed it last, actually.
Yeah. So these are actually large. This one and the one that I showed previously are going to be for our niece and nephew, our new niece and nephew. I thought a lot of you made some really good points about the blanket being large. I was a little bit concerned that they were large, but as they grow, they can use it as a floor blanket. They can carry it around with them, whatever the case may be. My third one, which is going to be for a coworker, he and his wife are expecting a baby in August, the end of August. I'm going to be doing another one of these, but I'm going to shrink it down. So I'm going to do 3 rows instead of the 5, only because that middle row you do something different just to help kind of pinch everything together. So I'll still keep the odd number in the middle. So I'm just going to decrease it by 2 rows in each middle section.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that'll be easier for me to complete as well.
Yeah.
Because there's so much on my needles right now.
I know.
This is using Karen Simply Soft. I got this from Joann's, I think.
You ordered online.
I did. I ordered it online.
From Joanne.
From Miss Joanne, Auntie Joanne.
As Chip would call her.
I'm not going to go through all of the colors, but they are here. And you can probably check that out in the last couple of podcasts that I chatted about them.
Very nice.
Thanks. So I just wanted to show you my progress there. A few of you people had asked.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm just doing a row or two here or there. I'm using the Clover crochet hooks. These are my favorite ones, the Amore. This is a 5mm H hook is what I'm using for this pattern.
I attempted to crochet.
You did. I don't know why you stopped. I was really excited about your pattern that you were going to do.
I know. I'm going to go back to it.
Yeah, because I was going to see if maybe I could just do that.
I'm going to do a granny stripe blanket.
Yes.
I was trying to find a good video, and I started watching
Bella
Coco.
She's really good.
I think. I don't remember.
Accent.
Whoever I watched, I wasn't, and I don't know if it was hers. There was somebody I watched. I wasn't a fan of the video, I guess, maybe,
okay.
or the technique or whatever, how it was being explained. So I need to try again. So I would like to do 2 baby blankets as well. And if you guys remember, initially I wanted to knit them, and now I need something quicker. So I was going to crochet with just scrap yarn.
Yeah.
Some superwash scraps that we have in fingering weight. So I'm going to use an E hook. Yeah. An E hook to do them. And I was going to chain 181 stitches. So that's what I'm going to do one day.
Okay. I don't know what the millimeter is for an E-hook. I don't know.
It's
what
like
the letters
3.5.
are. Oh, perfect.
Something like that. And I'm just going to go back to this for a quick second.
Oh, sure.
So I forgot to say, I was living in my Portland leather canvas bag. And this is what I have left of my 5th skein.
That's great.
Yeah. So I am pretty happy that I don't have a full skein left.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then these are the 2 skeins that I was pulling from with
Spin
Cycle. So this one was where all my dark colors came from, and this is the one where all my light colors came from.
Yeah.
So that's that. But
great.
Here's my next project. It's living in my Tanny Casey bag that we got at Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Such a good bag.
Well, no, that's a lie. At Yarn Centric.
Ooh, sorry. Oh, I just need to cross my legs.
And
these chairs are not as comfortable as I thought they were going to be.
What is this for?
I can't with you. What size is that?
US 3. Okay. So this is my So Basic sweater by Maxim Cyr.
We're missing our 3s.
The minis. So basic. So basic by Maxim Cyr. On this one, I am knitting size 3, which is for a 41.5-inch chest.
I knit the size 4.
No. You knit the size 3 because your gauge. So you got the size 4 measurements.
Oh, I see.
Because I'm following what you did. I hope.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm knitting mine out of this beautiful baby blue color.
Gorgeous. It's a beautiful
from
color.
Holst Garn. Mm-hmm. This is their super soft. These cones are 500 grams, and they run between $30 to $40 US. So super.
I bet there's more yardage on there.
There's got to be, because
I have a poop ton left over after my sweater.
I know you do. So this is called Glacier. And here's what I have so far.
I love this sweater so much.
And this is where you guys saw it last. I was here. So I've made some pretty decent progress on this.
Yeah, you did.
And you can see the detail on the raglan or on the sleeve.
Mm-hmm. Shoulder.
Yeah, it's I think this was a tubular cast on. Yes. It was, but it's different than the one that I attempted.
Mm-hmm.
I should have used this one, but we'll talk about that on the next project. And yeah, it's just a nice, easy knit.
Yeah.
I would say. I'm almost at sleeve separation. I probably have I think it's about 10 rows until I get to my sleeves. I did try this on and it fit okay.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, so this is my morning knit. When I wake up in the morning and I'm having my coffee.
Wake up in the morning and I step outside.
Oh, that's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
This is I'm not awake and I don't want to think about a lot of stuff. So I can just knit on this.
Yeah.
I took it to our knit night at the library. I've been knitting on it on Thursday nights. So, yeah. Just super easy knit.
Super.
Knitting with this, like I've said previously, it's a little rough at first. Mm-hmm. It smells like oil because it still has the spinning oils on it. It dries out your hands a bit, so you do need to moisturize. Yeah, it smells like sheep and oil. I don't know if that's a good combination, but that's what it is.
Sounds like an inappropriate movie.
Yeah, so that's that. Again, this will be finished for one of my Rhinebeck sweaters. This will be coming to Rhinebeck. So far I have one completed.
I'll be wearing this on Saturday at Rhinebeck. I'm kidding. I have some.
I actually know what I'm not going to say what I'm wearing on Saturday, but I know what I'm wearing on Saturday already.
You do?
Yes. This is going to be my Sunday sweater.
Okay.
This is
I'm going to be bringing options.
This is my woolen folk sweater.
Oh, good plan. I forgot. We have woolen folk too.
Yeah, this is my Friday.
Okay.
This is my Sunday. In my Saturday sweater.
But also depends on the weather. We also have some shawls.
Correct. Well, no. Do you know I have not completed a shawl for myself this year, which is very unlike me.
Well, we still have many shawls from previous knits as well. They don't always have to be new things. Just wear some knitted things.
I know.
That's all.
Oh, well, we have another secret knitted thing that we're doing for Rhinebeck.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
I know. I have to work on it.
Okay, perfect. Great. Can't wait. I'm super excited. I have...
You have another whip?
I have one sweater already finished for Rhinebeck.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. My Paris Lines 2.0. Paris Lines 2.0. And that's out already. I think we talked about this last time.
It wasn't out last time.
Oh, it's out now.
Yes.
Yeah. By Beth McDonald Stone. You may see my picture there on Ravelry. I'm not quite sure yet. I have to look it up. Okay, so that's that.
You have another whip.
I have 2 more whips.
Okay, you're up.
Oh, I was saying that's that. Talking about.
I see.
Fashion choices in like 4 months' time.
Look, you have to plan ahead for these
No,
things.
you totally do. Have the
potential of having 5 to 6 sweaters
I know,
knitted.
but I can't have that thought process, because then you always make fun of me because I end up bringing like 8 things
Well,
to wear.
after our trip to Montreal, we just need to rethink the way that we pack.
Right. But we're only going to be like an hour and a half away.
Correct.
So it probably doesn't really matter how much I bring with us.
Continue with your whips.
Okay, so the my next project that got some attention was the Multigrain by Ann Hansen over at Knitspot Bare Naked Wools. It's a comfy mid-weight pullover. It's got some really cool details there by the raglan, some cable detailing. This was using Stone Soup DK, and I just happen to have some Stone Soup DK. This was a gift from our friend Robin.
Well, the pattern.
The pattern was
Not the Stone Soup
not the yarn. No, yeah. So she bought each of us a pattern and sent it to us like last year, the year before,
2 years ago.
I wasn't comfortable at that point with my knitting to attempt this, but I do now. So I am using Stone Soup DK in the colorway Marble. This is pretty much everything under the sun. I'm not sure where my label is.
I have it.
To be honest.
So it is 80% wool, and that is a blend of Rambouillet, Columbia, Lincoln, and Churro.
Yep.
15% alpaca and llama, and then 5% combination of tencel, bamboo, silk, and bison.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It results in a very beautiful yarn. And the fabric that I'm getting is outstanding. So this sweater is knit bottom up. In the round, you do the sleeves first, from the cuff up, doing your increases. So last time I finished one sleeve. Last time I think I was somewhere around here or so, but I actually finished the entire sleeve. I love the way that the yarn plays with the pattern, complements the texture that you're getting in here. It's kind of like a broken rib.
Yeah, it's very similar to your
basically.
Ranger.
It is. This is super, super squishy. Like,
Yeah.
it's incredible. So I did knit the first sleeve. I put everything on hold. It fits me very well.
You did have to add some length, though,
I
right?
did. Well, yes. So the pattern has you knitting for a set number of inches. For my body length and my arm length, my sleeves are about 20 inches before I attach it to the underarm. So I knit I knit 20 inches there.
That would be a really helpful piece of information to have. Like when in a pattern, when it says to knit your sleeves to a certain length, to know the length of like the arm that they're measuring that against.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I mean, a lot of patterns, and this one is about the same. It does. It says knit until established piece until it measures. This one is 17.5 inches or desired length from cast on edge. So I did 2 additional repeats. They're 4-row repeats.
Okay.
I did 2 additional repeats, which is about 20 inches. So I'm trying to take really copious notes because, yeah, you want everything to match. I did start my second sleeve just yesterday, day before yesterday, Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I just got the cuff done. I wanted to make some of this progress, but my next whip, you'll see, has been taking up pretty much all of my knitting time. I love these. Love is love. They're from...
You got those from...
I got these from
Ginger Snap.
Yep, Ginger Snap that. So, yeah, so that's where, that's what that is. We got that yarn last year at Rhinebeck, and it's really nice. I'm hoping to have this sweater done for Rhinebeck as well, so I think that would be really cool. The pattern is very easy to understand. I think it's written very, very well. I'm using the recommended needles. I did get gauge. Here's my gauge swatch. Not sure if I showed this last time, but this is what the yarn looks like blocked. You can really see the broken rib there, like that texture, and the yarn blooms quite a bit. So what I have there is going to relax. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't...
Didn't I?
I don't recall. I don't remember. That's why I think so. I don't know.
Oh, let me check my notes. Hold, please.
Because I measured your gauge.
Yeah, and it was where I was supposed to be. Remember? Because I measured it, and I was like, I think I'm off. And then you were like, well, let me try. And you did, and it was right on.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I got gauge.
Okay, cool.
Gauge. Done. Check.
All right.
So that is the multi-grain. You have the option to do either a V-neck or a crew neck in this pattern. You also have the option to do a contrast, stripe to kind of outline the ribbing. You can see that there, where the cuff and the neckline have that. You can also opt to only do it in one color, which I'm doing only in one color. So this is living in my Portland leather bag. It's so beautiful. It smells like leather. It smells delicious. So,
very nice.
Yeah, that's that.
So
super excited. This coffee is delicious.
I know, it's really good. So keeping in the same theme, I am also knitting a Ann Hansen knit spot pattern, the one that was gifted to me from Robin. The pattern I'm knitting is called His Home Office. This pattern has 3 variations. You could do a cardigan, a regular crew neck style, or you could do a V-neck.
What a great idea.
I will be doing this version, the V-neck.
Aww.
So it is a ribbed sweater.
It's really good.
I did, it will be living in my Paradise Island bag that we got at...
Hey, should I move mine to a Paradise Island bag and then we can really be twinsies, but not?
Yeah, so let's do it.
Let's make out.
Oh my god. So I'm also knitting mine out of Bare Naked Wools by Knit Spot and the Stone Soup DK. My colorway is Granite.
I love the little nubs you can see in there.
Yeah, so you
Mine,
can see...
can't see it so
yeah,
much, but they're there.
You can see all the little like tweety bits in here, kind
it's
of.
Beautiful.
So this is my swatch. I was supposed to get 20 stitches over 4 inches, and I got 18. So I am knitting the size below what I normally would, because based on maths, I should be getting close to the size that I wanted.
And thank you, Rob, for helping out with the calculations and the division.
So I have a 42-inch chest. This sweater is supposed to have 4 to 6 or 3 to 6 inches of positive ease. So I wanted the one that was for a 46-inch chest.
Right.
I'm knitting the 41 on the recommended needle size, which is a US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter, and a US 5, which is a 3.5 millimeter? 3.75, excuse me.
You're excused.
And let's see, what else? So yeah, it's actually knit in pieces, which kind of scares me. I've only done a knit in piece sweater, well, twice. One's completed, one's sitting in a bag because the sides aren't the same length. That one was a cardigan. So, to prevent that from happening, I'm going to do something differently, and I'm going to knit my back and front in tandem.
Excuse me, sorry.
So here's what I've done so far. I cast this on last night. I just completed the ribbing.
It's actually a good amount of progress.
Yeah, it's a 1x1 rib, and
I really love how this yarn...
What I did, so it just says, to cast on. What I did for this one, I attempted a tubular cast on, but I was kind of confused because this has an odd number of stitches. And then also I was off. And if you've done a tubular cast on, that's not fun to have the wrong number of stitches. Right. And you have to go do it again because it's a pain in the butt to do it to begin with. So what I did instead, and I feel like it gives me
it's
a very similar look.
Yeah.
I did the cable cast on. I followed the Brooklyn Tweed video. This is the same cast on that's called for the Hatch Hat by Brooklyn Tweed. And here you can see the edge. Very similar. It gives you a very nice, clean, turned looking edge.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly easy to do, in my opinion. So you cast on, and you only need to leave your tail because you're actually like knitting it onto your needle. Mm-hmm. So the pattern, or I'm sorry, the video from Brooklyn Tweed is super informative. And yeah.
Are you going to have that link down below?
Yeah, I'll link that one down below because I use that for the hat chat. I reference that video, and I did use it to do this. But super quick, 1x1 rib. This is the back piece. So what I'm going to do is now probably today I will cast on the front, do my ribbing, and then I'm going to do 10 rows on each piece. So then I'll do 10 rows on the back, 10 rows on the front. I'll leave stitch markers just so I can make sure that I'm getting the same length.
You should also mark them somehow as front and back. We have those little markers that say front and back.
Yeah, you know what? I have
just so you don't get confused. I know it might be easy because there might be some different amount of stitches, but just to eliminate that.
Yeah, you know what's interesting too with doing this cable cast on is that for me at least, when I'm looking at the wrong or the right side, your cast on tail's normally over here. Mm-hmm. But because the cable cast on, it's on the opposite side. So this, what's facing me now is the right side.
Even though the tail is on the other side.
So it threw me off that throws me off like a little bit, but
you should definitely mark them.
I will. And if you guys haven't tried the cable cast on, definitely give it a shot on a project. I think
it really does look very finished already.
It does. And I think it will work with a 2x2 if you need to. You would cast on in the same method, and then you would just need to reorient your stitches to make it a 2x2.
Yeah, you actually cross them over. So Andrew Mowry has a video, I believe. Did that. We did that for something. We were trying to figure it out last night. We couldn't remember what the pattern was.
The only thing I can think of is it has to be for the Harlow hat.
Yeah, but Harlow was brioche, so we did a 2-color. Was it a 2-color cable cast on?
Yeah.
Or 2-color tubular cast on? No, it
wasn't 2-color.
I'm not sure, but I do remember crossing. I do remember crossing over stitches, kind of like your cabling, to get them to a 2x2.
I know, and I know it's a hat. It's got to be a hat because we both made it.
Yeah,
and that's the only hat I can think of that we both made. Is the Harlow.
It wasn't the Hatch hat, right? That's not a...
Nope, because Hatch starts it as a 1x1 rib. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I don't know, but you definitely can convert a 1x1 to a 2x2, and you're crossing over those stitches, so you're like cabling almost to put those knit stitches next to each other in the purl stitches.
Did we haven't knit the same sweater, have we?
I don't think so. No.
Well, the So Basic, but that's different.
Yeah, that was definitely not that.
But yeah, so this is, I mean, the pattern itself is 10 pages. There's so many
options. You're basically 3 different sweaters in there.
Yeah, and this goes from a 31.5-inch chest up to 75-inch chest. Yeah. So, I think it's a great pattern so far. I'm excited to be working on this. I think it's going to knit up quickly because this did, and it's DK as well. So, yeah, it's just nice to have another sweater on the needles.
Yeah, I have to say this is my first time I think knitting a pattern from Bare Naked Wool's Knit Spot and Hansen pattern. They're very detailed.
They are.
They're extremely easy to read, and there's a lot of helpful hints and tips in there and stuff. So I'm very impressed with how the pattern is written.
All right, so you're up.
Okay, so this is my last whip, and this is what has been getting most of my attention. As you all remember, I am taking part in the Mystery Wool Along, the mWall, through Bare Naked Wools. And there's a new clue released every Tuesday. I'm currently on clue 2, so I'm going to be showing my progress. We did they have 2 Zooms every week, which is great. One of the Zooms is focused on talking about the yarn, or they call it Wool School. So talking about the yarn or, the origins of the pattern. The inspiration for this pattern is the Hap. So it's a Shetland Scotland? I think it's Scotland.
You said Shetland and
Yeah.
I thought you said Scotland yesterday.
Yeah. Inspiration. It was one of the traditional patterns that the women used back in the day to knit something really, really quickly. Kept them warm. Really focused on using yarn from their farm. Their sheeps. They would spin it themselves and knit with it. Very simple. They had it, and I'll show you where I'm at with mine right now. But anyway, at the wool school, one of the Zooms is the wool school, so they talked a lot about the yarn, because we still didn't know what the yarn was. And then the next one we'll be talking about the origins of the hap shawl or hap blanket, which I'm doing now. So you have two options. I chose the square version, which is basically like a blanket, but you can wear it as a shawl as well. And this is living in my Jesselyn B bag. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to read.
That doesn't say Jesselyn B on it.
It does underneath.
But it says for Jesselyn B. So the tag was made by La Roche for Jesselyn B.
Oh, it's beautiful. I didn't see La Roche. Is that what you just said?
I think so.
Oh, that's nice. So that's living in here. And like I said, we are on Clue 2. There were 5 different colors of yarn, 5 or 6. A through E. A, B, C, D, E. 5 colors. And you didn't know what they were. They were all packaged up nicely, like a mystery. We found out that color A is this is color A. Because I didn't show my yarns, did I? No, I don't think I did.
No, I don't think so.
No. So this is color A. Color A is spun with a British Jacob. And the Jacob is the sheep with the horns up to like 7 horns on their head. They're really, really cool. That's the sheep that we pet for the first time ever.
No, we didn't pet it. Remember, it had the sign to not pet it?
Oh, yeah. What we pet a different sheep.
Yes.
So
I'm looking for a picture. I have a picture of a Jacob.
Okay, so Kevin's going to try to find a picture of the Jacob. Yes, so you can see the spots that it has on it. Each one is very unique. And when they spun the yarn, it's basically kind of like a marled yarn, but not really. One of the strands is that lighter color, and one of the strands is that darker color. The darker color is actually called... Oh, it smells so good. What is it called? Oh, it's almost there. It's on the tip of my tongue. Lilac?
Yeah.
Lilac.
I think.
I think. That
No.
brownish color.
No.
It was like a purple. The name was like a purple.
There is a.
'Cause there's like a
there's
purple in
something lilac. I don't know if it was the Jacob. I don't remember.
I think it was the Jacob. But anyway, I obviously I did pay attention during wool school, but I was
Clearly
kind of
forgot.
chatting. Speaking of Robin, our friend Robin was on the wool school, and it was really nice because I haven't seen her in a while. So we were kind of chatting back and forth in the Zoom chat.
Did we see her at
When I
Rhinebeck?
should have paid attention. We saw her and her husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were looking for. We
We
were
were
looking
on our
for
way
her-
out.
We were looking for her at what? I feel like we had a conversation saying, "Oh, I wonder if Robin was going to be there."
New England Fiber Festival.
New England, maybe New England.
Maybe.
Fiber Festival.
And,
Anyway,
and who else was on there that you know?
oh, Susan. So this is all Susan's fault. So Susan is who
Susan and Sally's fault.
Yes. So Susan's the lovely lady who had us over her house for dinner, Maryland, when we went to Maryland Sheep and Wool, and she showed me the blanket that she had knit from the previous mystery wool along, and of course, I'm a sucker
For a kit.
So I was like, okay, sounds great. So she, sure enough, sent me the information right before it started, and I think while we were in Montreal, I purchased the kit.
Yeah.
All right, enough jibber jabber. I'm really excited about this.
Tell us how excited.
So excited.
Like how?
phew.
Oh, good. Wow.
Um.
That was very C3PO when he's talking.
Oh. Vader. Okay, so here we are. Ready? Oh, I wanted to bring up the barber cords.
Here.
You have some?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I'm using these little needle stoppers here. Okay, so far I've used 3 colors. So this is color A. This is B. So there's a difference with this. This is spun differently, which might mean it's a different yarn. So you see that the twist on that and the plies is like a 3-ply, where this one is only a 2-ply, and it's very loosely plied. You don't have that whatchamacallit, you don't have that twist there. She did say that you'll be able to see a difference, so the yarns are going to be different.
Well, this is a 2-ply too.
Oh, well, anyway. And then this is color D. So these are those.
These are those.
These are those. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to do this. Gotta love your barber cords.
Well, these are actually pony bead lacing.
Pony bead
we
lacing.
do have barber cords too. So, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, you can do these a couple of different ways. I like for sweaters and larger projects to put them on the tips of each of the needles. They're
pretty secure.
Yeah, pretty secure. Because this is so this is knit in the round. Oh, here we are. Okay, I know I'm taking a long time. I apologize.
He doesn't really apologize.
Not really.
He likes taking his time, which is fine.
Yeah, it's my show. Just kidding. All right, there's a lot of stitches on here. I think we're up to like 500 and so. So, like I said, the clues come out every Tuesday. I guess you can kind of... All right, we can kind of see. Now, oh my God, God forbid these pop off the needles. I'm going to be... Okay, do you guys hear the crow outside? There might be an eagle. Sometimes they get very upset.
We have a fox living next door.
We do.
In our neighbor's yard. It just goes and hangs out and like lays down in their grass, so they haven't cut their grass because the fox is there, and then they feed the fox some fruit.
Feed the birds tuppence a bag. Okay, so here you can kind of see where we are right now. So this is a lot of knitting. So you can see color A in the middle there, yep, and then color B is that stripe there, and then this is color D. It's beautiful lace work. Look how cool. Guys, I did that.
Oh my God.
I know. I was very nervous with the lacy section because I really felt like, I needed to pay attention. And
you do have to.
I did. Yeah. I made a few boo-boos, but I was able to fix them, which I'm really excited about. So
it smells like a barn in here.
It's so good. Oh my God. It makes me want a sheep real bad. So this is what we have so far. I believe it's going to be about 50 inches by 50 inches.
Oh, wow.
So I have, for clue 2, I just started back with A. So with this, I'm going to do some garter rows here. And then I join a new color, which I haven't looked at yet.
Okay.
Just to kind of do the setup rows for clue 3. I'm really hoping to stay up to date with this, but oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. It is
yeah, it's very pretty.
It's so pretty. So so that's where we are right now. There is a Zoom today. Unfortunately, we've got quite a bit to do today, so I'm not going to be able to take part, but I have no idea
where your needle is.
Like where I'm supposed to be. So I'll put that back after.
Yeah.
So here we are. This is it.
Good job.
Thanks. It's a lot of knitting, and I was really, so it's sport weight. Again, if color A, this one, the British Jacob, is for sale on Bare Naked Wool's site now. So what they're doing is once they talk about what the wool is, they'll put that yarn for sale on their site. If you're interested in the pattern, I believe you can still join the Mystery Knit Along. They just don't have any kits left
that's
available.
good to know.
Yeah.
And that is all of our finished objects and whips. There's something that I wanted to mention, and I don't remember what. something that you and I are doing. Oh, so next weekend, next Saturday,
Yes.
at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Here we are.
Right?
Next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Should we do 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern?
Don't know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying.
Yeah. What time? Because it's not dark until like 8:30.
No, but I think the dark is just implied.
Okay, so 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Next Saturday, 7 o'clock. Join us live on YouTube for a little tasting from another country. We don't know where.
No idea.
And we are still trying.
So it's Needles at the Ready after dark.
Needles at the Ready after dark.
If you haven't done it yet, come join us. It's a heck of a lot of fun.
We
for us.
drink alcohol, we curse, and we try some food. So if that's your thing, join us. We're still trying to get a time scheduled with the posse. We have to figure that out. So you know what's kind of difficult with that, though, is we never know when we're getting the box.
I know.
And so we get the box, and then they like us to put up the video within a week of us getting the box. So it's a little bit tricky sometimes for us. So we will figure it out at some point in time.
We absolutely will.
And then let's move on to Owl Post.
Okay, we have quite a bit of that. So
we're going to fly.
If you want to take this as an intermission and go refreshing your drinks, go use the lavatory.
You have it all?
Skein up your yarn. I have a bit of it.
Oh, well, I have a little bit of Owl Post. This actually came... So when we went to go see Kim, Kate, and Laura, Kate and her family recently traveled, and while she traveled, she went to Stephen and Penelope, and she got us a beautiful skein of yarn. This is Life in the Long Grass. Merino high twist socks, so it's 100% superwash merino. It is 400 yards, 365 meters for 100 grams. It's made in Ireland, which I did not know.
My home country. Oh, I'm all out of coffee. I'm so bummed.
Oh, and this is the colorway called Gray's Lake. And she got both of us the same skein, so we don't fight over it.
Yes, what
so
she
Ray
said.
has the same color.
It's under a pile here. So.
It's a beautiful, this is a beautiful base.
Yeah, it's so soft and feels like it's going to be very, very plushy.
Yeah. And it's gray, and it's got all these beautiful speckles in it. And
yeah, look at
I just noticed there's right there you got some pinks or reds in there.
Really, really pretty.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
So thank you very much, Kate.
Yeah, totally. Next up, I'm going to show this very fast. One of you wonderful viewers wanted to contribute to our prize pool or just give us some things if we wanted to use them. We're overwhelmed with the generosity. So thank you so much. You know who you are. And we're going to quickly go through this. And most of this will be added to our prize bin. So this will be shipped out to some of you in the near future for some giveaways. Okay. A couple of these kits. Epic Yarn with a little bag from River City Yarns.
Yeah, and it's cute. It has Epic Yarn, and it has some fiber in it.
Yeah. And a little bag.
Epic Yarn is made in Peru.
Oh, it's a thrummed kit. It's to make thrummed mitts.
Oh.
Shut the front door.
Thrum kits.
These might not make it into the prize bin. I've never made a thrum. Well, we have 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think. There might be another one in here, too. Okay, so thrummed kits. How fun. What? Thrummed mittens. Small, medium size.
How did we miss that? Where did you just see
know.
that?
Look, it says it right here.
Oh. Oh, it doesn't say it on this one. That's why.
I gotcha. Maybe that's the original one that I looked at. These both say it.
That's fun.
I love it. That might have been the code on Ravelry. Oops. It's okay.
Oh, maybe for the pattern.
Maybe for the pattern. All right. Also, there is...
We are never organized.
No. I don't want to open this. I have no idea what it is. There's a kit in here with a pattern from Jimmy Bean's Wool. It looks like it's a Mad Tosh and fully spun yarn.
Oh. I've never heard of
I'm not opening this kit, but it's so hard to tell, but there's a ton of bright colors in here. It looks like that woolen spun or that
It reminds me of Stonehenge.
Yeah,
That we would get
remember
from
those?
Knit New Haven. So it's very much in the vein of like a spin cycle or something like that.
And this is Mad Tosh Sock. I don't know what color it is. It's so hard to tell. And there's a pattern in here too. I have no idea. So these will be like some fun little surprise giveaways that we have here. Also, there's a kit for the Zarya shawl by Amba O'Brien.
Did we just do? Is that who did the drift? The drifter shawl that we just completed.
Oh, it might
remember for Dana and Mimi.
So, it could have been. This is a whole pattern. The whole pattern is here, plus the yarns to do it. We have a beautiful sparkle and a speckled yarn there. One of them is in hedgehog fibers in their skinny singles. That's this one. The colorway is Potluck. That's also made in Ireland. Oh, there's a sign, Kevin. There's a sign. We need to go to Ireland.
All right, let's see.
And then this is Mad Tosh again, hand dyed in their sparkle glitter base in liquid gold.
That's pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah, this would be a good.
Here. There's some stitch markers.
Cute.
Yeah, there's like a trophy. Oh, I love it. I can't believe all of this. Like, seriously.
Yeah, this one we could do as a prize. Right?
Yeah. For what? Like right now?
No, we could do as... Like, that could be a Let's Hear It for the Boys prize.
Okay, perfect. There we go. Zarya shawl.
Yeah, because we have that, and then we have the kit from Ginger Snap.
We do. And we have the yarn from... that we dyed, and we have some...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, all right.
Cotton.
So
we
that's
got a lot of things. That's
coming
that.
together, that prize.
Okay, I'm just going to show this really quick. This is a blanket kit for a very large blanket.
And that's all Rowan yarn. It's in their acrylic, right?
Universal yarn.
Oh,
Uptown worsted.
Uptown worsted.
Yeah. It is anti-pilling, 100% anti-pilling acrylic in a ton of different... Oh, it smells nice. A ton of different colors.
Yeah.
So there's that. I don't know how the hell we're going to ship that. Maybe we'll make a blanket. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. And, okay. Then this, I didn't want to go through all these, so much stuff, but this is a Delique snap bag, which is really cool. Inside here are those smart sticks, which I'm really interested in. They have measurements on the cord and on the needle, like at inch or centimeter, every inch or every centimeter. It says Knit Smarter, tape measure, and knitting needle all in one. It's called Jimmy's Smart Sticks. There's also envelopes in here, which I'm thinking
it matches the other.
It matches this.
So it's part of an advent,
Yeah.
and there's a card for each day that goes over. It may be part of a pattern.
Yeah, so we left those sealed.
Yeah, so we have to go through that.
And this is...
I mean...
This is out of control.
Yeah.
But it's an entire... Advent. I love the packaging. They come in these little...
like spice.
Oh my god, it's magnetic.
It's like the spice, magnetic spice jars.
And there's a metal magnetic board underneath here.
It's really cool.
You can hang this up. Maybe even use this as a calendar. I bet you can use this as a calendar somehow.
No, we're not doing that.
Again, I think these are all be as part of our future giveaways.
Yes.
There was a beautiful card and letter attached.
So thank you.
We will
very
make sure
much
that we send out a proper thank you. That was very, very generous.
Yes.
It's so nice being able to share, you know? I like it better than just than getting, you know? To be able to
for
give.
sure.
Yeah, it's so nice. So thank you so much. That was so generous of you. Speaking of generosity, we have another bit of owl post that came our way. And this is from our friend, always Queenie Believe, Guinevere. She is such a kind person. She always remembers like our moms. She always sends these cute little gifts, and she has a new product that she's including in her Etsy shop, which we will. Always Queenie Believe. We also have a coupon code,
which is down below
for her, which is linked down below. We've got quite a bit of coupon codes, quite a few coupon codes listed down below, and I'm gonna have some crinkling because I didn't open these yet. But this is her new bag design. It's called Always ICU Stadium View. It's her latest creation, new addition to her Always ICU line of bags. It's a freestanding wide mouth wireframe bag made with designer vegan leather, clear glitter vinyl, water resistant canvas, and an awesome zipper bling. It's about 8 inches high, 11 inches wide, 8 inches deep. It has one outer zipper pocket with zipper bling. And this is a statement project bag, she says. Each bag is one of a kind. So, I will show you that, because this one is for us.
And so you guys know, too, so Always Queenie Believe is the one who, we showed him a while back, has the bits and bobs.
So I'm going to show that.
Okay.
I have that here. This is so cute. We didn't open this, so we haven't seen this one yet. It's all Harry Potter. Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff and you're a Gryffindor.
Oh my god.
So it's meant for us. And there's the ICU, the clear vinyl that you can see through. Well, it's got glitter. It's got a nice base. Really fun Harry Potter design there. And it's a wireframe bag, so it opens up. Oh my gosh, look how big that is.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh. And it's got a pocket on this side.
Yep, a pocket on this side here with a really, really fun zipper. Oh, these are for sale on her
yes,
her
she
Etsy
has
shop.
a bunch up listed.
And this is the ICU Stadium View bag. So she's got a few of those listed there. Oh, they're really pretty. What a cool concept. So like one side, you know, has your design. The other side you can see inside here your project. Or you don't even have to use this as a project bag.
It's actually really good because when you go to stadiums now, they require a see-through bag, I think.
Is that why it's called a Stadium View bag? I bet that's why. Because you need to be able to see inside your bag.
Right.
Shut the front door. Bring your knitting to your sporting events now, folks. Go get yourself an ICU Stadium bag. Kevin, you are so smart. She sent a couple of stickers as well, which is fantastic.
Yes.
We love stickers. Okay. So that was that. And, oh yeah, our, did you say our code is 20% off using 9-inch Cirque is the coupon code. Oh, that's so lovely. I love that. I think you're totally right. Okay. So next up is for...
Do you have yours, though?
No, I'm going to open this.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's my mom's. She'll be all right. We're going to give it to her today. I'll keep the sticker nice.
It's your mother's. Let her open it. So...
Fine,
here.
I'll go get mine.
No, I have it. I have her shop listed right here. So she also sent something for each of our moms.
I want to open it, though, because look how nice inside it.
And it's your mom's. Let your mom open. It's rude. So here.
This is why you're my mom's favorite child.
Probably.
How about I just go downstairs and go grab it?
No, I just saw one that's super cute. This is a Disney themed one. So this is the Always Bits and Bobs, right? So here it is. It is everything. So when you open it up, it's a video.
It's a video.
You have all of this fun stuff in there. Scissors, tapestry needles,
tape measure,
a pen. There's a pocket on the outside.
So good. So, all right. So then I won't show this since my mom's gonna. Well, we'll see my mom before.
Here's another view of it.
And the mesh pocket there,
yep.
I put in like crochet hooks and things like that in there too, so you really like whatever you need.
Yeah,
I use it all the time.
It's like, it's definitely a good place to put stitch markers. So
Yep.
It comes with some stitched markers. There's the ruler on the inside. you have the scissors. Actually, here. So see there's something to hold the scissors in place, which is super helpful.
Yeah.
And then you have your felt there so that you can keep your tapestry needles attached. Some pins, and then you have, I want to say, 2 pockets on the outside. I'll double check.
So there's one pocket.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 pockets, one on the front, one on the back.
2 pockets on the outside.
Yep.
This is so. This and my Acreworks are one of them are always with me.
Me too. Same.
Because it's just so good to have. You have everything that you need.
So this one's my mom's with the yarn balls on the top. She put family there. You can see the zippers on the front and the back. I won't open it, but
good job.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Sure. Inside
way to be
all
respectful
the fun
of
things.
your mother's gift.
So like Kevin said, there is a tapestry needle, retractable tape measure, assorted progress keepers, 3 safety pins, erasable highlighter, needle threader, steel embroidery snips, which is great. Kevin's mother, because wow, if that wasn't enough, Kevin's mother is getting an always wonderful wench wallet. I love that name. It's a new addition to the shop. Yes, she's dipping into her creative toe into accessories. It's made with hand-selected designer vegan leather and canvas. It's 7 1/4 inches by 5 inches folded, or 7 1/4 by 9 1/2 inches open. It's got 2 zipper pockets, 1 slip pocket, and 18, that's right, she says, 18 interior card slots for all things.
That's what the inside
cards.
looks
Look
like.
Look how cool.
So a lot of cards. You see the 2 zippers. Here's the 2 zipper pockets. And then the little snap to keep everything closed.
Oh, how adorable.
So super cute stuff. Thank you.
She is wonderful.
Yes, she's been super supportive from the very beginning of the channel. So we love, oh my gosh. And this one has the mermaid tails for the zippers. Super cute. So I think I'll see my mom or my stepfather this week, possibly.
Yeah.
So thank you. Definitely go check out her shop. Use the
is
coupon.
That a corgi in a shark costume,
and use the coupon code. She has some great bags, and there's some really large ones too. There's a huge like queen bee one, which is really nice.
Oh, it's really good.
And then, so I think that's all the owl post.
That's all the owl post.
And then now we just have some break in the bank, and I have 2 things here. You have something too, correct? Mm-hmm. So mine was a birthday gift to myself from myself with the help of Lolo Did It. So what's really fun, when you register for Lolo Did It site, they have a kind of like a rewards club. It's kind of very similar to how like Knit New Haven has Knit Bucks. You spend a certain amount of money, you get points or dollars or whatever. So I had points. They were about to expire, and it gave me $15 off a purchase. So I bought 2 skeins of yarn from them on their 8515 base. Yeah.
It's a good base.
Yeah, so I got... And I wanted some, like... I don't want to say neutral, but not so busy stuff, right? So I bought mint. So just
it's so pretty.
Undyed, little bit of mint.
It's color, very true to color.
Little speckles. And then I purchased moss. So again, kind of bare. These actually are called Barely There. The colorways. Because they're... So Lolo Did It does a lot of tonals. And then they have Barely There.
She's one of our go-to places when we're looking for tonals. Right? For like shawls and stuff when we're trying to put together some Stephen West stuff.
So just some dark greeny bits in here. So just something nice and understated if you need something for a shawl. So I thought it would be good to just kind of have some,
They look very similar.
They are, I mean, because both of them are barely dyed, to be honest.
It's actually a cool idea.
What? To barely
dye? Yeah. Because it adds some options, like... When you need bait something that's not loud. Right. But also has a little bit of interest. Just a little, a little kiss of interest.
And then the last thing that ours for the most part.
This one's yours.
This is my
technically
mine because we're rotating. So we received our next shipment of Woolens and Nosh's.
That's so good. It's so good.
Mystery Club. Mm-hmm. So we got this about 2 weeks ago.
Hopefully everybody has theirs. So
I'm going to show it. If you haven't, you should have received it because she's currently not in Vermont. She's in Minnesota at an event. So everything should have shipped. If you didn't receive it, look away.
Or just look.
In 3, 2, 1. This one is called Berry Basket. What the hell, y'all?
I know.
Can you even?
It is so flipping perfect for the summertime.
I know. I can't wait for our sock machine to come so I could just bang out socks. I know. But beautiful. Look at this. Purples, pinks, white, green. Even like a dark, almost, I don't know if it's a purple or a navy. And then you got this nice little tonal that comes with it. Always such a good job.
Such a good job. I'd love to see that knit up.
Me too.
All right, the last thing that I purchased was a sweater's quantity of yarn. Oh, yes, you heard right. Another sweater's quantity of GD yarn.
Good for you.
This was a delayed purchase, so I'm going to count this as an acquisition from Montreal, Knit City, Montreal.
Okay. You keep telling yourself that.
I'm gonna. Because my intention...
No, it was.
It really was. My intention in Montreal was to... I knew we were going to see Max and Vincent, was to come up with colors to do the House of Diamonds sweater by Max. It's a beautiful sweater, and I talked about this numerous times on the podcast, and so I was holding off, and when we got there, they didn't have... he didn't have all the color that I was looking for. So I was waiting for him to dye some up. He did. I purchased, and I'm going to show you now. So again, I'm counting this as an acquisition from Montreal. Okay. Oh, this also is very, very cute. So every year they also do some pride pins. Max designs some pride pins, and this year's pin is Pride the Lion, which is super cute. You can see it's on like a rainbow backing or metallic rainbow type of thing. There's Pride the Lion. He's got a little heart on his hiney.
Where's our narwhal?
He's over there.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to get him?
And the jackalope? Are both previous
I don't know if
versions?
the jackalope was a previous one, but it is on the rainbow.
I know they didn't do one last year, though. So the narwhal is from 2 years ago. Okay. I feel, or the jackalope was. I don't remember, but I feel like the jackalope had to be from one of the Pride ones.
Maybe. I mean, they can correct this.
I'm just thinking that they look similar.
Yeah. So here's the jackalope. I'm not sure what their name is, but you can try to catch the light for the rainbow. And then they are very similar. And then this is the narwhal, and this one has a heart on the skein of yarn. So maybe the
jackalope has a heart as well on the skein of yarn. Oh, perfect. It's kind of hard to see, at least for us. Our lighting's weird today.
Well, it's like overcast. It wants to be overcast, but then it's not overcast. Oh yeah, good job, Kev. All right, so these are this is going to go up on our board. We have a board now that we're putting all of our pins on.
Why are there 2 thumbtacks there on the bottom of it?
They're just stabilizing the board right now. You weren't supposed to see that. So I'll put those back after. Oh, do you want to see the yarn? Okay. So House of Diamonds, let me just bring up the sweater so that you can see what I'm talking about, and I'll tell you where I'm having the multitasking.
Oh, okay. I know what's after this. It's not in your good notes?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, that's a very good possibility of it being there. But it's also right here.
Oh, and look. And then I got a little moon bumps.
Yes, you did.
Sticker.
So this is the House of Diamond.
Okay. Whew, glad I killed that time.
Yeah, thank you for keeping everybody's attention. Look at how...
That's a good...
Isn't that a
nice
good
color
one?
Combo.
There's our friend Tanya, whom we love. I tried that one on, that sweater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I was downstairs for that.
Yep. Okay. So my main color, I wanted to do black and like white, but black, white, and copper was kind of like what I was thinking.
Your theme.
My theme. So this is probably one of the best.
It's a really
black
damn
yarns
good black
that I've seen. This is and this is also on the British DK that Kevin knit this sweater out of. It is so good. This is Moira's Black Rose. It's 75% BFL wool, 25% Masham, non-superwash. There's that one. Then I have Natural, British DK Natural.
Is Natural going to be your background?
Yes.
Okay.
And then this is Minnie's Wheat. Yes.
Minnie's Wheat is so good.
What do you think?
I almost bought a sweater's quantity of Minnie's
this one?
Wheat
This
when
is
we were
absolutely
there.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I know. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I think the three of these combined are going to be really, really good.
They're going to turn into Captain Planet.
They're going to turn into Captain Planet. With your powers combined. So, I have to swatch for this. I have to finish. I have a few things going on. But, hey, it's my day, right? It's my life. It's my knitting. I can do what I want. So, there's my whole kit from Les Garçons.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Breaking the Bank and Owl Post. So up next is some shop.
Shop hop.
So I've been
Shop up.
slowly adding things to Etsy. And here's some stuff. So actually, we'll just go through it. So this is...
And these are all up on the shop right now.
Correct. So
this is so good.
On DK Sock, which is 75.25. This is called Pickled. Reese named this. I showed her a picture and I said, what do you think of? She said pickles. So this is Pickled.
And reminder, if any yarn purchased, you will also receive one of these guys.
Yep. Also in DK Sock is Frozen Grasshopper. So I will be dyeing up more of this on the 75.25 fingering. I just need the dye to come in. I'm missing one of them. So this is Frozen Grasshopper, which we've shown a couple times because Ray's knitting socks out of that. And then lastly, this on the 75.25 is called Witch's Glove.
I love this.
So purple with some like green speckles and green in it. I've also dyed up some more Monsters U on 80/20. And
hold on, you're not showing like all of the different colors in there.
It's
Take pride in what you're doing, Kevin. Like you're doing a really good job. These are so pretty.
Take pride in what I do, please.
Yeah, I do take pride in what you. I take.
And this is called "It's Just a Little Crush."
It's
so
just
this is
a
some
little crush. Did you
pinks
see
and purples and some speckles of those purples? Please, did I see what?
our Keisha singing along yesterday, and when like they were saying, what am I saying?
So we were watching the Pine Barren
podcast. Thanks. And Keisha breaks out in song like I do.
Yes,
which I love. That was all.
Oh wait, also on the DK Sock, I dyed up some fancy flannel. What's fun about dyeing DK? And
let's do a full spin.
Hold on. I have fancy flannel here on
fingering
75.25.
Look at the color.
Is that they like obviously they're the same, but they are slightly different because a DK skein or hank has less strands than a fingering. So sometimes they can look more saturated or there's more speckles in it.
I think you did good.
Yeah, no, I love that colorway.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see some else. A lot of the stuff I'm going to show next are going to be one of a kinds because I honestly don't remember. So this is on 100% superwash fingering 4-ply. This I just threw up as a one of a kind orange sherbet.
Are you still going to be doing the 4-ply?
After skeining these up, I'm going back. I think once I'm done with the 2-ply, I probably won't use it anymore. I love the 4-ply.
Okay. For the 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is I'm calling Sage.
Oh, it's really pretty. Wow, it's almost like silvery.
Yeah. So the 4-ply I feel like has a little sheen to it.
It's really nice.
I don't know why.
It really makes those colors like very vibrant.
These may come back. I just have to figure out the recipes again because I did a really bad job of taking notes. I've gotten obviously much better at it because now my main focus is this. But these are things I've dyed months ago that I've just been sitting and waiting for me to see if I can recreate.
So please make a few purchases so I can get out of my house. Plus they're gorgeous.
This one I'm just calling, this is a blue-gray. This is on 80, no, this is the 100% 2-ply.
Limited quantities of the
some of them there may be 4, some of them there may only be like 2 skeins. This one I called just gray. I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like when
steely.
I dyed this, I used some green in it, so I have to look. But yeah, so this one I'm just calling a one-of-a-kind gray. Then we have a one-of-a-kind brown. This is on 80/20. And this one was on 80/20. Then
we should call your one of a kind something.
I know I was going to do something brew. Remember, I said it like a week ago, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
This I just called medium gray. It's probably a little bit darker than a medium, but this one I would like to recreate because I actually really like this gray.
Yeah, very stunning.
And then these would
make a nice little fade or something.
Maybe. This, I dyed some more up and I put it in the shop. This is called now Roasted Pumpkin is the official name.
It's really good.
So this is repeatable. There's a good number in the shop of these.
Hey, look at that.
I dyed
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. I dyed up some more of Mystique.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
This is on the 100% Superwash 2-ply.
I don't know how you got it so like catch your breath. Like it's so good. So bright.
It's pretty saturated. It's a lot of dye, actually. And then these are just some other things that are in there. This is a one of a kind. This is a tan and gray. Y'all, this is going to be the death of me. I finally found my recipe for Asteroid Belt, which I've been trying to repeat.
Yes,
this was supposed to be it, and none of the speckles really took. But I still think it's pretty.
It is pretty.
And then this is, I still have some Ocean Jasper left.
Oh, yeah.
Which actually would go really well kind of with, they're very similar, but different with Fancy Flannel. And then, is that it? That's it. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff up in the shop. There'll be more coming. I have a couple other one-of-a-kinds that need to go up. And, yeah. And what's very exciting is I signed up for a color mastery class, like dyeing class that I'm going to be taking. It's an 8-week course. And it's just to kind of help if you see a color online that you want to try to recreate, helping recreate that color. And there are a bunch that I would like to. Yeah. So I just like learning because everybody does something differently, especially like spending time with Vincent and Michelle. You learn that and watching ChemKnits tutorials and all these people that I watch on the YouTubery. So I thought that this would be really good. And ChemKnits, I believe she took this and had good things to say about this class as well. So I thought it would be a good, just another good opportunity to obviously connect with other dyers and to learn. So that starts kind of officially on Tuesday.
That's fun.
Yeah. And I think that's all the Yarny content. So now we're going to talk about what we've been watching and reading.
This is a lot of talking.
I know. Watching's super easy. We've watched one thing.
Really only 2 episodes in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we finished watching The Last Thing He Told Me, which is a TV show. It's a one series. It's only going to be, it's a mini.
One and done.
Yeah, it's a mini series.
Yeah.
It's based on a book. Again, it's on Apple TV Plus. It's 7 episodes. It stars Jennifer Gardner and the dude from Game of Thrones, that Cersei's brother, Jaime Lannister. Jaime Lannister. It's like Nikolai something. I forget his last name. But it was actually really good.
It was really good.
It was. Even the ending was like, but okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would recommend that show. And I think that's all we watched. Like, we haven't watched much of any. We've just been super busy. So it's been podcasts and then that we just finished. So now we'll move on to season 3 of Ted Lasso and finish that.
I'm really excited about that. We'll probably start that this week.
Why do I feel like we watched a movie? Did we watch a movie, or have I watched movies? I have a tendency to start movies when I'm home, like, and I don't know why I do this. I start them at like 2 or 3, but then you're home anywhere between 4 and 5, and I never finish the movie. I started watching Wonder Woman. I started watching.
But you watch movies that you've already seen.
Correct. I don't watch anything new.
Yeah, I don't think that we watched anything new.
Me neither.
Yeah. If we watched a movie, it was just something we've already seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, reading. I have finished 3 books.
Holy shite.
All of the books that I have finished are part of the same series.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm going to my library. So they are in the Fallen Messengers series by Ava Marie. I don't know her last name because it covers up Ava Marie Salinger. So this series is a male-male paranormal romance. I will say this again. The books get graphic. I skip over them now because it doesn't really add anything to the book, for me. So I've been skipping over this. This book, it starts off, it takes place in San Francisco, the series. It follows Cassius.
To sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So in the book, we follow Cassius and Morgan. 500 years ago, there was a war in the Nether, and the Nether broke. And
the Nether.
Angels and demons fell to Earth. Demons are not necessarily bad in this book, which I actually kind of like that take on it. And in their fall, they lost all previous memories prior to them arriving on Earth. They still have some memory of like their abilities, but they don't even know their names. So the names of all the characters who are angels or demons in this book are the names that they've adopted since they fell to Earth 500 years ago. And throughout the series, you are starting to learn more and more about the events from 500 years ago, and the characters are starting to remember bits and pieces of who they are.
Yeah.
So basically the whole series is about someone is trying to recreate the events from 500 years ago. There is a primordial god that they are trying to release back into the realms. And each book, and like each book is leading up to that final battle, but at the same time, all of the characters in the books are recovering some of their memories. And some characters are human. When the angels and demons fell to Earth, because humans have now been exposed to what the hell do they call it? It's not celestial. I don't know. To their power. What is it? I literally just read it last night. Humans now have some paranormal. As soon as just like we did with last time Highland Coup. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's a Highland Coup." We stopped recording. We went downstairs. I was like, "Oh, it's a Highland Coup."
Right.
So I will remember immediately. So some 10% of the human population has a gift now as well, and there are 4 separate government agencies that handle different different groups. So one is like Argonauts, and then there's Kabbalists, and two other ones that I forget because they don't actually talk about them much. Actually, very little. So like one's for demons, one's for angels, one's for like magic human affairs, and one's for something else. So they handle that, like, and they kind of work yeah, and they kind of work together. And Cassius is different from them all. He's our true main character. When he fell and awoke, his wings were black and red. So throughout his entire history here on Earth, he's been treated very poorly by everyone because of the color of his wings. But he's helped all these agencies and without taking any credit for what he's done and how often he's saved the world. So there's some animosity between him and these agencies, and his unwillingness to really commit to one of them and be a member of them and just kind of like be a freelance dude. The relationships are great between them. All the characters, there's a lot of humor in it, and there's a lot of different types of gods and realms that you travel to. So it's a 6-book series. I've finished reading books 2, 3, and 4 in the last 2 weeks. Book 5 is out, and book 6, the final book, comes out next month. So I'm going to put the series on hold till like a week before that book comes out. Smart. And then I'll read book 5 and then finish up with 6 once it comes out.
That's a great idea, actually.
That's what I've read.
Good job. I finished one book. Nope, I finished 2 books. One on the Kindle and one audiobook. The one that I finished was Sorry, I got a message. I ordered some pizza for my staff for today, and I'm getting pictures. Okay, so I finished The Ashes and the Star-Crossed King, which is from the Crowns of Nyasia series by Carissa Broadbent. That was book number 2. Book 3 will come out this year. I'm not sure if I will read book 3. It's an interesting concept. I found it entertaining for sure. It's a different take on vampires, and in this one, in this one, vampire. Because I didn't finish it last time. Apparently, I was just looking at our show notes. I was still reading it currently. So, vampires can procreate. So you can have born vampires or turned vampires. There's also 4 different factions of vampires that are all vying for control of the kingdom. Humans are treated pretty much like food, and you have protected areas.
Nom nom.
I know, outside of the vampire areas that are human districts. And there's a whole political thing going on, and come to find out that the districts was supposed to be protecting humans, like that's a safe place for you to live, but it really is kind of like an area to just vampires can come and like grow their food, basically, and
it's like the Matrix.
And go to the market and bring them back when they have parties and stuff. So it follows a young lady who a whole bunch of stuff happens. Basically, she discovers that she is part vampire and is kind of developing her powers and is kind of in line for the throne, unbeknownst to her. A lot of fighting and battles. There are some lovey scenes in there with descriptors, though it's not super uncomfortable for me. Anyway, it was entertaining. Definitely entertaining. I would say like 3 out of 5 for me. The book that I finished on Audible was Columbus Day. That is by Craig Alanson. Apparently there's it's like a 15-book series. A lot of you had commented.
Oh, this is Hamster Lizard?
Yeah. So humanity's kind of finding itself at the 10,000-year-old war has found itself on Earth's doorstep, basically. And so humans are kind of brought into this war as like minions of one of the factions. There were, yes, like Kevin said, there's a hamster race, there's a lizard race, there's little green men. It's very, I find it very humorous. I cannot recommend the audiobook enough. The narrator is absolutely fantastic. He has he does the voices, but they're not extreme. Like if he's doing a female voice, like he doesn't drop his voice like by a million different octaves so it sounds uncomfortable. His inflections, he's very, very talented. There's a character in the book called Skippy, who I absolutely love. Brings a lot of humor to the series. So my plan for this is that I will invest the time in listening to all 15 books, if there truly is 15. I have to do my research because I'm not 100% sure. That's what a few people said.
Have any of those people who said that there were 15, have they read them all and said they enjoyed it?
We didn't really have a dialogue. It was a couple of comments on the last video.
I'm so happy you said that. I will say, speaking of comments, so we've said this in the past, like we love getting comments from you guys and we reply to them all. YouTube made a change recently.
They did.
So we'd like to personalize our comments. So if you commented, we'd be like, oh, hey, Jane, like blah, 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 whatever. YouTube no longer shows the name of the commenter. It shows like your YouTube handle.
Or username or something.
So it would be like at whatever.
Jazz1573.
Yeah, so now we can't personalize our responses and it made me sad.
It does kind of stink. And like because we try our hardest to, we do love reading the comments and we love responding, like we recognize names, right? So like we would say, oh, so and so made another comment. Like
yes, I'd be like, oh, Wendy said,
and I'm like, oh, I know, remember
yes.
Wendy, or like when we see you out at like fiber events, you just have to say like, hey, I'm so and so on YouTube or Instagram, yep. And we try most of the time, like we're successful at remembering who you are, but it's so it's been a little bit harder. So if our comments have sounded a little bit weird,
it started with the last video, so
yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it and see if I can figure something out because
it's the same on the computer, it's the same on the phone, and it's the same on the iPad. Because wherever we are, like we'll take some time and I'll comment like while I'm having my coffee on my iPhone, yep. Or vice versa. Whatever. I know. Anyway,
so yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah,
it just you saying that just reminded me, and I was so bummed when they made that
because we do have conversations about it. Like, oh, who made that comment? Oh, yeah. It was Joe.
Like I recognize names and if people have a picture of themselves, like I'll know. Yeah. Like, oh, I don't even need to see the name. I'll recognize the picture and be like, oh, this is so and so or whatever the case is. So so that's something new that YouTube did.
Yeah, I don't know why that was silly.
I'm sorry to interrupt your book stories.
So I will probably do all 15 of those books. Listening to by audio, incredible. He's an incredible narrator. I could probably get you the name. Because a few people have asked, but a lot of you knew exactly who I was talking about, and they narrate quite a few books. I believe they narrate all of these books, all 15 of these books. R.C. Bray. It's the Expeditionary Force series. Book 2 is there. Oh, there's Maverick. Look at these are all the.
Oh,
no, that one's not. Anywho, that's what I've listened to. I'm going to take a minute and listen to the last book in the
Cradle
series, the Cradle series, which was fantastic. I think we've listened to 11 so far. This is book 12, or this is book 11?
This is book 12. Book 12. I'm going to read it while you listen to it.
Great.
Great. Because that will give me enough time to read it prior to the book in the other series coming out at the end of July. So
and I started a new book on Kindle called The Forgotten Witch by Jessica Dodge. There's the cover. At first I thought like I'm not sure if this is gonna be like this is good for me because like it jumped around a lot. Like it didn't. I like some detail, like describing like leading up to why things happened. But this just kind of jumped around. I thought it was really, really fast. But it progressed the story to the point where now you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. I'm not going to share that because it's it's an oh wow moment. So now that we're in the story and we've got the background and we know what's happening, like they're slowing things down a little bit and embracing what's currently happening. And I find it very interesting. So I really like it. It takes place in Scotland.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah, it's this woman who lives in, I don't know if it was Chicago or not. I'm just kind of making it up. One of those cities. And she basically finds a cottage for sale in Scotland for $11,000, which is her life savings that she was saving up to get a new apartment or to put down on a house here in the States. Something came over her to make that purchase, so she purchased the house. She's like, and then she has immediate regrets. So the next day she tries to get out of it. Of course, she can't get out of it. So she decides to go to Scotland and fix up this cottage and resell it with the rest of her life savings, which is only like $230 left. So she meets a beau, who's a grandson of...
This is freaking a Hallmark
totally.
Or a Netflix.
Oh, it totally is. So she meets him.
Freeform.
He is the grandson of the gentleman who owns the farm next door. And they hit it off, pretty well. But she has to return back to the States. So she's here for a reason. He becomes her handyman to help her fix up the house, and all of those things.
And then they found a book of shadows in the wall.
There is something hidden in the wall. I will tell you that.
Oh, good. Yeah. Score.
There's a room in the house that is basically like untouched. You can kind of feel the magic in the house.
Oh. It's gonna become a room of whatever she needs it to be.
It's not. No, it's not. But yes, that was a good thought. She does have a pet wolf that found her, and he's very friendly.
It talks.
He's a puppy. Not yet. I don't know. It might.
It will.
It might eventually.
Yeah.
I'm 60% in though, so the
They'll
chances
be able
of it
to
to start talking.
Yeah. No, just telepathically.
So she's also finding out that she has some powers, and there's some magic, some sparkle fingers happening. There's been 2 kisses. I will share that.
Okay.
But there hasn't been any under the
naughty
shirt
bits.
action.
I need to watch Practical Magic, I think.
I love Practical Magic.
I know.
We should totally watch it.
I feel like it's a Practical Magic.
So anyway, that is that's what I'm currently reading now. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's another book or not. I'm fine if there's not. And that is 3.5 stars.
Okay.
So far.
Okay.
5 out of 5 stars for Columbus Day.
Nice.
Because of the narrator.
Oh, so here, I just want to mention this because couple people, we got this recently, but a couple people keep mentioning this book. So we do have this book, RayJKnits. And this is a good option for a lot of, if you need an idea for a knit for our, let's hear for the boys. Mal.
Yeah, and that Mal, we encourage entering like as many knit-alongs that are going on. There are so many.
Yeah.
So you can literally double dip in both of the knit-alongs that we're supporting right now, the Hohi and ours, because
I think a shawl is good for men.
We're knitting the shawls that we are. It's 2 colors, and it's going to be for us. So check that box.
Is it over here? She also has a pattern. I've knit this, the Rafa hat.
The Rafa. Great idea. Good suggestion.
That's a good, it's DK or worsted.
And this is Joji Locatelli that we're talking about.
Joji Locatelli, yeah. Rafa, DK or worsted. It's ribbing with a little break in the ribbing. Mm-hmm. So that's a really good option for a pattern of hers to enter in both.
Yeah. So I think that's all we have. So
it is.
Congratulations again to our winners. Please reach out to us if you have not already. Go ahead.
You know what else, too? I've been more active on Discord. I go on it every day, and I've been replying to people on Discord.
Thank you.
So we've been incredibly bad with that. So if you didn't know, we have a Discord. and I go on it daily now. So
Good
feel
job.
free to jump on.
And Ravelry, I put out the call for help, looking for some moderators on the last podcast. And thank you all so much for reaching out to me. I selected 3 moderators. So you'll hopefully be seeing more timely responses to questions. It's so much, to manage, and not that it's a job, because I don't think of it as a job at all. It's just, with work and school and all of that, sometimes we miss things.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that our whole, the whole thing behind this podcast is like community, and we really want to be part of a community and contribute to that. And so if there's a question that you've asked that you haven't yet gotten a response to, hopefully our moderators will be able to find those and shoot them to us so that we can at least answer those questions and those comments and stuff. So Thank you to the 3 of you. I really appreciate it. And that's it. So
that's officially it. So thank you for joining us for this 2-hour and 10-minute episode of
Take
Needles at the
advantage
Ready.
of the mYak code for 15% off, NATR 15. Check out some of the bundles that they have together. It's probably the best way to purchase.
To come up with the palette.
To come up with that whole palette and the pattern.
If you are joining the Zoom, we will see you on the Zoom
that's
on
exciting.
the 7th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
All that information is found. Follow mYak, please, on Instagram.
And then also don't forget that next Saturday, the 1st, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, will be NATR After Dark, the Try Treats. And
We'll start putting some things out on the socials.
Yeah, and I think that's everything, guys. So thank you so much. We will be back in 2 weeks.
AKA a fortnight.
Till then, I hope you guys have a good fortnight. Or we'll see you in a fortnight.
I also have a good one.
Also have a good fortnight.
Yes.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.